On out there, I want to give you 5 people that I wish that they would put on the Joe Rogan Experience. You know, a lot of times in my job I drive a lot, and then I also, through running and training for races, I listen to a lot of podcasts. And Joe Rogan Experience, I think, is probably the best format. They're like 3-hour podcasts, and he always has really good guests on. But there's 5 people that I wish that he would have on his show. Number 5 would be any type of meat scientist. He has people on there all the time, whether they're political or comedians or actors or even himself, that don't know anything about meat production. It drives me crazy when I listen to his show. So I wish you would get someone on there that would explain to him that you can't have 100% organic beef everywhere or people will starve to death. You have to have mass-produced beef. They do it in a safe way, and I'd love to have a meat scientist on there to talk to him. Probably like Brad Morgan, used to be the dean of the meat science department at Oklahoma State University. He'd be a great person, big personality. They'd probably get along great for 3 hours. So number 5 would be a meat scientist such as Dr. Brad Morgan. Number 4 on the list of people that I would love to see on the Joe Rogan Experience is Jim Walmsley. Jim Walmsley, he's the greatest ultra runner alive right now. He's on such a roll. He just broke the world record for the 2nd time in a row at Western States. He's going to break 14 hours before it's over at Western States, which has always been unheard of. He's one of the best ultra runners that's ever lived. His background is great, wanted to be a career military guy, and in the meantime of trying to do that, he was discharged and got into ultra running and immediately became the best runner in the world. So Jim Walz would be my number 4 pick for the Joe Rogan Show. All right, number 3 on our list of guests that I wish would be on the Joe Rogan Experience is Josh Bridges. Josh Bridges is a former Navy SEAL that competes in CrossFit. And I know when someone says CrossFit, there's an eye roll and people think, nah, CrossFit. But Josh Bridges is special. He was a frogman in the Navy SEALs. Very interesting guy, great YouTube channel, very interesting on what his take on nutrition and training and that sort of thing. And he's just an awesome guy. And his tribute to Michael Murphy by doing the Murph workout a couple years ago at the CrossFit Games was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And the guys that made that video did an incredible job. So Josh Bridges would be my number 3 choice on the Joe Rogan Experience for guests I wish that he would have. And in honor of him, we'll jump in the water. Yeah, good boy, good boy. All right, number 2 guest that I wish would be on the Joe Rogan Experience would be Donald Trump Jr. I know the Trump name gets a lot of people fired up that are on the other side, but Donald Trump Jr. is a great speaker. He'd be able to set the record straight on a lot of things, and I think him and Joe are going to actually probably get along. He's a really smart guy. It's great to listen to him talk, very well spoken. I think he'd be a great guest on the Joe Rogan Experience. So my number 2, Donald Trump Jr. All right, number 1 of the 5 people I would most like to see on the Joe Rogan Show is JB Mooney. If y'all don't know who JB Mooney is, he's the greatest bull rider that ever lived. Joe Rogan talks about rodeo every now and then and about bull riding, and he'll kind of talk about what he thinks, you know, that they tie up their testicles and all that stuff. I'd love it if JB was on there, and he is a huge character. So I think he would really enjoy talking to him. JB could set him straight on a lot of things about rodeo. He's a big hunter, and he's just an all-around cowboy. And it's cool to be in the room with anybody who's the best that's ever done what he's done. And in case you wonder if he's the best, one time they ranked the top 7 bulls in the history of bull riding. JB Mooney's ridden all of them at least once. No one else has ever even ridden 2 of them. So just a thought to you, they say Bushwhacker's the greatest bull that's ever lived, and JB Mooney's ridden him, and no one else has ever done it. So I think it's pretty undebatable on whether or not he's the best, but he would be a great guest for Joe Rogan. So that's it. Top 5 guests I wish would be on the Joe Rogan Experience so that I could listen to it while I ran. Please give me a thumbs up or subscribe, and thank you.